I want to tell you that a year ago when this all started, I wasn't planning on making some grand stand. I want to tell you that a year ago when this happened, I wasn't thinking of some grand gesture or legal challenge. I was thinking about I was once a little boy in a village who had a grandmother who taught me the ways of our Indian people. I remember being a little child helping make cedar root baskets, digging roots, and telling stories, pocoyam. I was a little boy who just happened to be fortunate to have old people that lived with us who taught me the ways of our people. My grandma and us used to climb up ladders. She was 75 years old and she'd still be climbing up a ladder smoking fish. I used to go out in the river like this young lady was talking as a little boy in the middle of the night, and we would fish with no flashlights because it's what we had to do at the time. And I remember those days that when we were out there in the river, I felt peace, I felt serenity. I felt at home in the river in the middle of the night because we were doing what I was taught to be an Indian person. When we went upriver last year, we had no idea what we were doing. The only thing that struck me is they said we're going to do the first salmon ceremony. And again, going back to that old woman, when I was a child, she said, "This is what you must do. This is what you must do. This makes us who we are, Indian people." I wasn't trying to break the law. I respect laws. I want us to build a relationship with Canada and the government in this courthouse that respects their laws and ours. I was trying to do what my grandma told me was my commitment to my God, my Great Spirit. She said, you must go and get the salmon, and it's going to provide itself to you. It's going to provide itself to you. You show it respect. You speak to the river. You must commune with God in this way. It was this way for thousands of years. They were talking about what is the sparrow test. If something is relevant to your culture, this is relevant to our culture. It is the basis of our culture. It is our commitment to the Spirit to us. The sparrow test says it must be something that you showed for 10,000 years, that it's integral to who and what you are, and this is the first salmon. If you go to the Catholic Church, they give you communion, the Holy Eucharist, the body of Christ. Well, that salmon is the body of Christ to us people. My grandma told me this you must do to continue to be with your Great Spirit. It shows us our commitment to the land and who and what we are. I'm not a lawyer and I'm not trying to be, but what I'm saying to this court is my grandma and all what she taught me in those laws, but my relationship with God existed for thousands of years. We could sit here and talk about Section 35 rights, the Cone Commission, the Sparrow Test, HIDA. All of them have the same element that the courts recognize that Aboriginal title was never extinguished, ever. That we still have that. I say respectfully to this court, I respect you, but you must also respect your own laws. British common law, they've acknowledged everywhere that the right for us to fish is second to only conservation, that we have a right to do our ceremonies. And DFO, we ask him, please, may we go get one fish? My grandmother's 80 years old. She wants one fish. And you're letting everybody fish out there with poles and commercials. We want one salmon. We ask you respectfully, we don't want to break no laws. We have to prepare and work with our God. And no, they said no, so we went out. We weren't trying to be defiant. We weren't trying to break rules. We just needed to make an old lady happy. It's the rules of our society. And all I want to say today is thank you all. Thank you all for being here. It wasn't about a statement, a political grant. It was about making my grandma proud of the child she raised by carrying on with the culture that she gave us. It is our culture. Yes. The Queen and all that, I understand that, but this is what, for me, why was I out the river on a boat? It was just to carry on. It was to do what we need to do. This court, this law, this legal system needs to respect that. And I am here today because I want to stand up for that. And I believe they're going to try to make an example of me. Well, so be it. I'll be that instrument. But I want it to be a good thing. I want it to be a good thing. And I thank you all. Yatukusai, and I want to thank all these wonderful people for being here. Yatukusai. Yatukusai.